Good morning, good morning, good morning. Say good morning. You gonna whisper the whole time? So YouTube, y'all must know that she often begs me. And we're actually on Facebook today too. Say good morning, Facebook. She begs me to come on videos with me. I'm not quite sure why, but she does. And I promised her today she could. And today is Passover. Or they're celebrating Easter. But we're going to talk about that a little bit more later. She is in pre-K, and so she doesn't know that much about it. But pretty much to her, they're having a party, right? And a bunch of candy. So we're going to talk about if we're actually going to do that or not. But on the early due, good morning, who just joined us. I do want to talk about Passover. It is found in Exodus. I don't know exactly where. This morning when I normally would be doing my research, I was making sure she was awake. Exodus. It is what we call the type and shadow. The Exodus chapter 12. And the Lord said, and that's what we always remember for the Torah, the Lord is speaking. So the Lord said to Moses and Aaron in Egypt, this month is to be for you the first month. This is Exodus chapter 12. The first month of the first, to be to you the first month of your year. Tell the whole community of Israel that on the 10th day of this month, each man is to take a lamb for his family, one for each household. If any household is too small for a whole lamb, they must share one with their nearest neighbor, having taken into account the number of people there are. You are to determine the amount of lamb needed in according to what each person will eat. The animals you choose must be year-old males without defect. Why is that? Because we know now that the sacrificial lamb for us, which is Jesus, Yeshua, was without sin, without sin. And so, verse 5, the animals, you don't have to smell like that, baby, but you can. The animals you choose must be year-old. Yeah. Must be year-old males without defect. And you may take them from the sheep or the goats. Take care of them until the 14th day of the month, when all the members of the community of Israel must slaughter them at twilight. Then you are to take some of the blood and put it on the sides and the tops of the door frames of the house where they eat the lambs, that the same night they are to eat the meat roasted by fire, along with bitter herbs and bread made without yeast. Yeast signifies sin. Do not eat meat or raw or boiled, or do not eat the meat raw or boiled in water, but roast it over a fire with the head, legs, and internal organs. Do not leave any of it till morning. If some of it is left till morning, you must burn it. This is how you are to eat it, with your cloak tucked into your belt and your sandals on your feet and your staff in your hand. Eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover. When it says it's the Lord's Passover, that means he is setting the rules of it. You're fine. Okay. So, it is the Lord's Passover. And it actually means a lot more than just what I was about to say. He sets the rules of it. Just like he says about it is the Lord's Sabbath. He sets the rules of it, where they were trying to go back and forth with him in the New Testament about how the Sabbath was supposed to be happening. And so this Passover is the Lord's. And so now you continue to do it every year. I believe it's Leviticus chapter 23, which we are reading in Leviticus, but we have not gotten there yet. Chapter 23 talks about the feasts that are to be going on continually. And you know, I was listening to somebody last night. Sometimes I need to be fed, and so I'm on YouTube and people send me videos and things of that nature. And the young man, actually older guy, was saying that the cross was the feast. He literally said, at the cross was the tabernacle, my tabernacle feast. He just started listing off the feasts. That is not true. That's not true. The only feast that was happening at the cross was the Passover. That's it. The first fruits offering, it was all at the same time. It was Passover, Feast of Unleavened Bread, which means no yeast, and first fruit offerings. Those three. But not the ones, the trumpets was not, tabernacles was not, because those haven't happened yet. Those have not happened. I believe the atonement was in there as well. But the trumpets and tabernacles have not happened yet. We have not heard a trumpet sound. There was not a trumpet sound then. And then tabernacle is him with us. He is in us now. But tabernacle is him dwelling with us where we can see him. I would love to see Jesus right now, but I do know it's not time. So let's read about the Passover. And I hope that you're doing your research, but this is Leviticus chapter 23. I'm going to read this really quick, and then you're going to have a great day. These are the Lord's appointed festivals. So again, we're talking about relationship. If you're in a relationship with him, do his stuff. You're in a relationship with a man or a woman, and they have certain things that they like to do. You're like, no, I'm not going to do it because I don't want to do it. And I thought we didn't have to do it. Well, he's telling you right now, these are his appointed feasts. And there's no point in the scriptures from Genesis to Revelation where he say, my appointed feasts are done away with. Again, Leviticus chapter 23, verse 4. These are the Lord's appointed festivals, the sacred assemblies. I'm sorry, I forgot all about Facebook. The sacred assemblies you are to proclaim at their appointed times. The Lord's Passover begins at twilight on the 14th day of the first month. On the 15th day of that month, the Lord's festival of unleavened bread begins. For 7 days, you must eat bread made without yeast. On the first day, hold a sacred assembly. Sacred, such an awesome assembly. And do no regular work. I am not going to punch the clock today. Not doing it. For 7 days, present a food offering to the Lord. And on the 7th day, hold another sacred assembly. Do no regular work. Yeah, if my person is watching this, I forgot about that. But again, no sacred assembly, do no regular work. It's there. Read it. Read it with an open heart, not because I said it, because it's in the book is why you do it. You read it and you ask him, what is this talking about? Why is it that some people in faith walking are doing Easter, but your Bible talks about the Passover and it says appointed festivals and it didn't say stop doing it? I don't know where that person got that theology from when they were preaching what I was listening to yesterday, but no, certain ones were fulfilled, but the tabernacles and the trumpets, those feasts have not been fulfilled just yet. Look it up, people. Why? Because I love you and he loves you. More importantly, you'll have a great day. I'm sure of it. Shalom, which means peace. Peace, Facebook. Say peace, YouTube.